Once upon a time, in the heart of a colorful little village called Tumbletree, there stood a grand old clock tower named Mr. Ticky-Tock. Mr. Ticky-Tock wasn't just any clock. He was magical. Every time his hands pointed to 3:33, something very special happened, but here's the twist: no one in the village had ever stayed awake or alert enough to notice it. Except for a little girl named Lila. Lila was 6 years old, with bright brown eyes, curly hair like coiled cinnamon sticks, and a heart full of questions. She wanted to know everything: why clouds float, how frogs sing, and why pancakes always taste better on Sundays. One morning, as Lila helped her grandma dust the bookshelves, she found a small, dusty book hidden behind a row of encyclopedias. The cover read, "The Secrets of Mr. Ticky-Tock." Her heart skipped. "He has secrets?" she whispered. Inside the book was a map of the village, but it glowed faintly with golden lines that moved when she blinked. At the bottom of the page was a sentence: "When Ticky-Tock strikes 3:33, time reveals what eyes can't see." "Grandma, what happens at 3:33?" Lila asked. Grandma smiled gently. "Ah, no one knows, dear. Most people are napping or busy." "Why?" "No reason," Lila said quickly. But her eyes sparkled with a plan. The next day, Lila packed a small backpack, a notebook, crayons, a flashlight, a cheese sandwich, and a compass she won at the school fair. She tiptoed out just before 3 o'clock and made her way to the tower. The clock's giant hands were at 3:20. She climbed the winding staircase, step by careful step. Cobwebs tickled her cheeks, and tiny dust motes danced in the sunbeams. When she reached the top, she sat quietly next to the bell. The wind hummed, the gears groaned, and the seconds ticked. 3:31, 3:32, 3:33, suddenly, click. The air shimmered. The floor beneath her rippled like water. Mr. Ticky-Tock's gears spun faster, and a soft humming filled the tower, and then, poof, a small wooden door appeared on the back of the clock's inner wall, glowing gold. Lila gasped. She gently pushed the door open, and stepped inside. She tumbled into a strange, wobbly world. Everything was made of clock parts. The sky was ticking, clouds were soft gears, and the trees had pendulums instead of leaves. A friendly squirrel with a tiny top hat waved at her. "Welcome to Tickety Town," he squeaked. "You're the first child we've seen in 100 years." Lila blinked. "What is this place?" "This is where time lives when it's not busy," the squirrel said. "I'm Sir Nutsworth, Chief of Seconds." A bluebird wearing glasses fluttered by. She must be the curious one. "It's time for the time-tick adventure." Sir Nutsworth led Lila to a great golden gate with symbols on it. "To return home," he said, "you must solve 3 riddles and collect 3 time tokens." Lila nodded. She loved puzzles. Riddle 1, I go up but never down. I tick but make no sound, you measure me with hands, though I have none of my own. What am I? Lila smiled. Time. Ding. A bronze token floated into her hands. Riddle 2, I'm full of numbers, shaped just right, I help you know day from night, without me, you're never on track, you'll always be late or far back. That's easy, said Lila. A clock. Ding. The second token appeared. For the final riddle, the bluebird leaned in close. Riddle 3, I'm with you when you learn and grow, I help your curiosity flow, you open me when you want to see, adventures, facts, or fantasy. Lila thought hard. Then she beamed, a book. Ding. The final token shone in her hand like starlight, very well done. The bluebird chirped. Now place the tokens in the hourglass gate. Lila dropped them into a floating hourglass. It spun and glowed, opening a swirling doorway made of time itself, but... Lila hesitated. Will I ever come back? Sir Nutsworth winked. When your heart is curious enough again, and the clock strikes 3:33. Who knows? Lila stepped through the portal, and woke up at the top of the tower. Was it all a dream? She looked in her hand, and found a shiny time token. From that day on, Lila visited the tower every afternoon, notebook in hand. Sometimes nothing happened. But once in a while, when the light was just right and her heart was full of wonder, click, another adventure began. The end.